Today's escape marks an exciting turning point in a blossoming relationship, and things seem to be pointing in the right direction.
Is it a sign?
I know,
Is it a sign?
We serve up some magical movie moments.
It's like living on a film set if we live here.
A good film set, though.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And capture some red carpet memories.
This is our home, isn't it?
Could be, hopefully.
You know, looks can be deceiving. Well, that saying definitely goes for the Cotswolds where we are today. Because not only does it have that traditional oldie-worldy feel and look about it, it's also a very trendy place to live. It's home to all sorts of A-list celebrities, from big-time Hollywood actors to global rock stars. And who knows, if you're thinking of moving to the area, you may find yourself rubbing shoulders with members of our royal family who live here also.
The Cotswolds run across 5 counties, but our house hunt will take place in the Gloucestershire pocket. Here the average price of a detached house is just under £419,000, which is around £33,000 more than you'll pay across the rest of England. It's not cheap, but those who live here highly recommend the investment to live within this charming, connected and cultural region.
The scenery is very dramatic. You're either at the top of a hill or down in the valley. The architecture is Cotswold stone, but there's a lot of old industrial buildings. There's so many creative people around here, and I love living here because of all those reasons.
Distinct honey-coloured local limestone is a theme throughout the area. Buildings hundreds of years old which today stay relevant and inviting thanks to numerous artisan businesses, restaurants and shops selling locally made and grown produce.
The pace down here is quieter or slower than, let's say, in the city centres. You've got great cafes, great for walking, lots of open air, on a beautiful sunny afternoon or early evening. There's not many other places you'd like to be. It's perfect.
Well, David paints a compelling picture, and we have 2 more potential residents who've also been captivated by the Cotswolds and have called on us to help.
Well, we met last summer, online,
Yeah,
which was a first for both of us. And actually, it was the first date.
both of us first date.
Yeah.
Online, yep. So it was love at first sight for me, but not so much for you.
It was love at third sight for me.
Okay. That's not too bad, though.
Yeah. So, yeah, on our third date, we really clicked. And we've been together ever since.
Yeah. You're the more flamboyant, and I'm the more sensible one. So we balance each other out. We are perfect for each other.
Yeah.
So it was third date lucky for Mandy and retired hotelier David.
Margot! Hi, sweetheart!
And now their fledgling relationship has united the 6 children and 10 grandchildren they have between them.
We keep saying to the kids that we've got 10 good years we can count on, and because we met so late in life, we're going to make the most of them. So I think we kind of live by that thought, don't we?
Yeah.
The couple have set up home with one another, choosing to settle in Mandy's house in the town of Dunfermline, Scotland. But they've now decided they're ready to commit to buying their first place together.
I've had a hankering to return to England for a long, long time. I moved to Scotland when I was primary school age, but I was actually born in Stroud, and it does feel like a bit of a homecoming.
Once they've found their dream Cotswolds home, Mandy and David will be keeping themselves busy, and if they can make a bit of cash, even better.
I don't really have any hobbies, but I'd like to take up a few. You've got lots of hobbies which you'll be able to embrace.
So I fell in love with stained glass when the kids were quite young, and when I saw an evening class advertised, I thought, wow, that's for me, and I was hooked, instantly hooked. And I'm hoping to be able to expand on my skills and take it forward and hopefully sell some pieces.
The only skill that I have that I think that could turn into some income is cooking, because in the Cotswolds there's plenty of delis and farm shops that would stock that sort of local produce. That's the idea, that's the plan.
Very quickly I learnt that, wow, this man can cook. He's a great cook, he's an amazing cook.
So it's an exciting time for Mandy and David, and their country life in the Cotswolds is beckoning.
I definitely feel that a new start is called for. It's a new relationship. We're very much in love.
We've had a few adventures, but this is the big one.
This is the big one, yeah.
Yeah, and we can't wait.
I know.
We just can't wait. This is it.
Yeah.
Ah, lovely to see David and Mandy so happy together in their new relationship. And for them, their new relationship is all about leaving Scotland behind and finding a new home here in England, where they're both originally from. Sounds like the beginning of an escape to the country fairy tale. Fingers crossed for happy ever after.
To make their dreams come true, they've got £600,000 to spend on a home with Cotswolds character. They want at least 2 bedrooms, space to create a studio for Mandy, and they don't mind doing a bit of work to make it their own. Outside, they'd like a large private garden. And taking into consideration those wants and needs, we've chosen a diverse selection of properties for them to tour. Once they've had a good look around each one, they'll guess its price before I let them in on it. The last visit will be to the Mystery House, which will challenge just how much of a project they're willing to take on. Now we just need to meet up before we hit the road.
Well, David and Mandy, so lovely to see you both, looking very happy. Are you excited about the next few days?
Super excited. Can't wait. Can't wait.
So, in a way, this is a new adventure, because you haven't been together that long, have you?
No.
And 12 months down the line, the time feels right for you to buy a house together.
We want a new life, a new adventure, and this is very much the place for us to do it.
Because it was a fresh start for both of us, we actually realised we could live anywhere. So we started thinking, where would we like to live? And the Cotswolds is so beautiful.
So you don't know the area too well. How much research have you managed to do?
We've done a fair bit. We had a trip down about 6 weeks ago. We're up for anything. We loved everywhere. Just show us somewhere to live, please.
Oh, I hope that continues. Wouldn't that be wonderful if we find you your dream home, your first home together?
It isn't if you find, you need to, because we're homeless in 6 weeks' time.
Are you really?
Yes.
6 weeks?
Yes.
What difference do you think it's going to make to your lives, leaving Dunfermline behind and moving to the Cotswolds?
I think it's the fresh start thing, and also that thing of we'll fit into the community as a couple. I'm really looking forward to doing that.
Well, just got to find you the right house,
Yeah.
haven't
Yep.
we?
Yep.
So should we get started?
Yep.
Definitely.
Amazing.
Our journey begins in the Gloucestershire hamlet of Halmore. To satisfy day-to-day requirements, the small town of Berkeley is just 3.5 miles southwest of the hamlet. Here there's a mix of traditional and contemporary in its architecture, shops and restaurants. There are good road links and a train station nearby, ideal for visiting family. Back in Halmore, we're about to find out what our couple's £600,000 budget might afford them by presenting this attractive detached stone home.
So here is our first property, a delightful cottage.
Really cute. Really cute.
It's what we'd thought of as a cottage, yes. And
I've even spied a weather vane, which was one of my, please David, could you put me a weather vane on the house?
Oh, is it a sign?
I know,
Is
I
it
know.
a sign? It dates back about 300 years.
Wow.
I will say to you that this property is larger than it looks on the outside.
Okay,
can't wait.
let's go.
This home is full of personality. It was originally 2 farm cottages, but was converted into one 20 years ago.
So here we go, shoes off, beautiful carpet, I have to say. And we go straight into a reception room, but you've got that lovely warm porch.
Lovely.
I knew you
We
would
love
say
a
that.
porch.
I knew you
I
were
love
gonna
a
say that.
porch.
Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
It's-
It's
I love the
lovely.
beams
Yeah.
because they're not heavy, but
Yeah.
they still give all that character.
I think as you step into this part of the house, it does feel 300 years old.
It
Yeah.
does.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do like it.
Oh, that's a great start.
Yeah.
Let's hope that continues and you love the rest. Let's go through to the kitchen.
Okay. It's much bigger than I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I loved it in here, but this is even better.
You're the
Because
cook.
this is my domain.
This is
Is
your domain.
it?
Yeah.
And when you think of a cottage kitchen, you always think it won't be big enough. This is massive. We will be able to entertain
Another
me in the
fireplace.
kitchen doing my stuff.
Another fireplace.
And Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Well, that's great. You've got your dining area there, but sort of semi-open plan. Then you've got a garden room to your left. It has heating in there, so they use it all year round.
We thought we were downsizing, but yeah, this is lots of space.
Really taken with it.
Liking what you see.
Yes.
Right, well, I'm going to take us upstairs.
Well, I don't think we could have got off to a better start. Also on the ground floor is a utility room and a study with doors onto the garden. Stairs take us up to the first floor where there's a gorgeous family bathroom with separate shower and roll-top tub. The bedrooms include 2 doubles and we're headed for the one in use as the main bedroom.
Oh, this is lovely again.
Oh, look, there's another fireplace.
Yeah.
And that tiny little beam above the bed, I love it.
I don't think we need to see any more houses, Nikki.
Really?
Shall we all just go to the pub?
That's
there's a pub
fine
just
by
down
me.
the road. No, I don't need to see any more.
The owners use this as the main bedroom because you get the light in the mornings, which
Yeah.
they love. But I have to say, the guest bedroom down the corridor is beautiful.
It's brilliant. Really great first property.
It's even detached,
Yes.
which
Yes.
we didn't think we'd be able to afford in the Cotswolds.
So, we've got to work out if you can afford it. I'll show you the garden and then we'll discuss it in more detail, how much this property's on the market for. Come on.
Outside, the classic cottage garden isn't huge, but it's got great appeal being private and well maintained, with patio areas for entertaining in the summer months.
You've got this sweeping lawn this side. You've got enough parking there for at least 3 or 4 cars. A very, very large stained glass studio or shed, however you want to see
Man
it. And then at the other side of the property, you've got access again for a couple more cars parking.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think the garden was big enough when I first came out, but when I spied the parking down the side, we thought we could extend the garden over the drive, so because we wouldn't need that much parking.
It is a very special property. Does it have a special price tag attached to it? David, I think you should start off. How much do you think it's on the market for?
Well, when we were outside, I was thinking it would be towards the lower end of our budget, but now that we've been all the way through the house, it's going to be towards the top end, but I'm still going to confidently say £582,000.
Okay, Mandy?
I'm going to be the optimistic one here, and I'm going to go lower. I'm going to go £570,000.
Very interesting. Well, I think you're both going to be quite surprised with the asking price, but which way, up or down? It is £550,000.
Wow.
This is our home, isn't it?
Could be,
This is
could
our
be,
home.
hopefully.
So now that you know the price, do you fancy having a wander around on your own?
Great.
Go on then.
Great,
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh,
Thank
look
you,
at
thank
that!
you.
Have we found them their first property bought together? Well, it's gone very well indeed, hasn't it? But it's a beautiful cottage. Could be their ideal home.
This 300-year-old stone cottage comes with more than one surprise. It's £50,000 under budget, has a large kitchen diner and a garden room. There's also a study and 3 bedrooms. The garden's a good size and there's even a workshop for Mandy.
Well, when we walked up, I thought, it's a bit small, but I just thought, so cute, lovely cottage, just quintessential cottage. Fell in love with it, just loved it from the outside.
As soon as we walked through the door, I just straight away loved the detail in the entrance porch, and that gave me an idea that this was a well looked after home. And everything from then on, I just loved all the small detail linked with the character of the place. Mandy squeezed my hand and I could tell that she was thinking exactly the same as me, and that we'd actually found a home that we could fall in love with.
It's all gone rather well, hasn't it? So, first property, amazing reactions. It is a splendid home. Is it going to be your future home?
Could well be. I think we're
think
both really
yes.
excited.
I think yes, you're really excited.
I think we need another viewing.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, I've got other viewings ready for you, so let's see what else we've got lined up, shall we? But we won't forget this one.
No, we
Come
won't.
on.
Okay.
Like so many of the residents in the UK, our couple are keen dog lovers. However, they don't yet have their own. So during the week, we sent them to meet one Cotswold local who could do with a hand managing her impressive pack of pooches. They're meeting Vicky Pullin near Tewkesbury on the edge of the Cotswolds. She's the leading female sled dog trainer in the UK and competes internationally, having fallen in love with sled dogs while working in Canada and Alaska. She's now ranked within the top 10 in the world for sled dog racing.
Hi Vicky, it's lovely to meet you.
Hey guys, nice to meet you too.
And who have we got here?
This little guy is Buck and he is one of my 37 sled dogs.
Why 37? That seems a lot.
I teach people how to work sled dogs and then I race internationally as well. We have 2 big international races a year, so one on snow and one on dry land. We'll have a period where they'll train really intensely, then there'll be a little bit of a drop off so they can recover, make sure they can be in their absolute peak. We train the dogs on quad bikes, on carts, we do a 2-wheeled scooter, and then we do something called bike during. The best way for me to describe it, guys, is for me to show you. So
I've seen the bike. It looks frightening if you think your dog's going to pull you off.
Just like athletes, different dogs are good at different disciplines. Some excel at short sprints, while others are built for endurance. So let's see what this bike drawing is all about.
we'll put Buck on the front. I'll count you down. You're going to say, let's go, Buck. And then, good boy. You're going to run in a straight line, hopefully, down and up the dip, and then keep going, follow the dog. Lots of praise, good boy as you go, and just have fun with it.
Buck is a 5-year-old Siberian Husky, and Vicky's had him since he was a puppy.
3, 2, 1, brakes up, let's go.
Let's go, good boy, let's go, let's go. Good boy, good boy.
Dryland racing originates from snow sled racing and was originally used to train dogs when there was no snow on the ground.
Good boy, that's good.
But now it's a sport in itself.
Brakes on.
And stop.
Amazing. How was that, David?
That was great.
Absolutely awesome job. Good boy, Buck. You want to try and keep the line nice and tight.
Okay.
So if it's going really slack, you're pedaling too much.
Okay.
Mandy, you'll be fine. He'll look after you.
Let's go.
Good boy, Buck. Up and back.
Good boy.
Yeah.
Go, go, go back. Let's go, let's go. Come back. Let's go back. And stop.
Hey, awesome. Good boy, Buck. How was that, Mandy?
It was amazing. I really loved it. It was great.
Well, that looked like fun, but we must get back to the pressing issue of property. And with one successful house tour under our belts, we're having a little early evening debrief.
So, how do you feel today's gone for you?
Just that first house has got us hook, line and sinker.
Has
hasn't
it?
Yeah, if the light holds out, we might even be driving back there tonight to have another look.
So you're quite serious about it then, aren't you?
Yeah, we got in touch with the agents. Viewing again on Friday.
How fantastic. But can you keep an open mind? Because I do have something else up my sleeve for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we came here with an open mind.
Let's see if we can beat the first house that you've fallen in love with.
Yep.
All right, on that note, come on.
Okay.
We're in the Cotswolds hunting out the very first property purchase for Mandy and David from Dunfermline in Scotland. Still to come, a mystery house with an interesting past.
Like it.
Like it a lot.
And I get starstruck when I catch up with a pair of Olympic champions.
To meet one legend, well, that's impressive, but to meet two... Last night, we left David and Mandy on a real high. The fact that they've secured a second viewing for the first cottage we showed them, well, they just loved it, didn't they? And it was well under their budget. But today, I have another offering for them, a beautiful Cotswolds house, but this time, it is the mystery. So it's going to give them everything that they've asked for, but also the opportunity to put their own stamp on it.
We're journeying to the village of Bisley for our next property stop. This community of honey-coloured homes perches on a hill and residents can stroll to get a pint, a pastry or to post a letter. Right at the heart of this desirable village, we find this picture-perfect property, thought to date back to around 1860.
Wow.
Wow, wow.
I like those reactions. That's always a good
know.
start.
It's beautiful. It's just
Beautiful.
glorious. Absolutely glorious.
It is a striking home,
It is.
isn't it? And often when we drive through these villages, I mean, have you been through this one? 'Cause I know you've driven a little bit around.
We did drive through at the weekend, but it was bucketing down rain, so we didn't even stop. We didn't get out of the
No,
car.
we
or anything.
didn't.
Good.
But we did tick it
We
off
ticked
our
it.
list.
It's on the list.
But it didn't get 2 ticks.
Ah.
Because Mandy said we won't be able to afford to live here.
Did you really?
Yes.
Well, perhaps
Perhaps.
you can. I'm just going to let you know now that this is the garden. The house is fabulous, but just so that you know. Should we start the tour?
Yes, please.
This stunning cottage couldn't say the Cotswolds more. Despite having a 160-year-old heritage, the interior has a definite 21st century stamp on it.
So welcome.
Wow.
Should we call this the reception room?
Yes.
Okay.
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 It's like living on a film set if we live here.
A good film set, though.
It's just amazing.
It's so beautifully done, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautifully. A lot of love's
Yeah.
gone into this.
Yes. Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point out these shutters behind us, bespoke, making the most of the light.
Lovely.
I thought I loved you more than anything else in the world, but I love this house more.
This is going to give house number 1, that lovely cottage, a run for its money, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've only just shown you one room.
Hello.
Would you like to see a little bit more?
Would.
Lovely through here.
The ground floor is laid out in an L shape, with the reception room leading to the dining room, which in turn leads to the kitchen.
So you've got a second reception room here, which, as you can see at the moment, is some more formal dining. Come on, David, what's going through your mind?
The place is smaller than I expected from outside.
From looking out the front,
Yes.
at the front.
The rooms
So
are
I'm still, when I walked in here, I was expecting it to be bigger. There looks a lovely kitchen through there, but I can tell it's not going to be that big.
I'm going to call it a galley kitchen. Again, beautifully done. You've got everything. You've got a massive range, and I'm looking at you because I know you're the chef.
Yeah.
I think it looks beautiful. I'm not sure it's the kitchen for you, size-wise.
Slightly on the small side for you, would that be
Yeah,
right?
but it's just so gorgeous.
It is,
It
isn't
is
it?
absolutely. The attention to detail, everything is just, he couldn't better it.
More to see upstairs. Do you
Correct.
fancy exploring on your own?
Yeah.
Okay, go on, off you go.
Perfect.
I'll get out your way.
A concealed staircase takes Mandy and David to the first floor, where a neutral family bathroom serves 3 impeccably presented and stylish double bedrooms, all with built-in storage. There's 1 bedroom on this floor,
Wow.
Know what you're going to say?
I know, it's like a hotel room, isn't
Yeah.
it? A very, very nice hotel room.
and 2 rooms on the floor above.
Lovely again, but
Yeah.
I'm searching for a studio in this house and I'm not really finding it because, there's not enough usable space, is there? Let's go and see what else there is.
It's a nice room,
Yeah, no,
but compared with the rest of the house, it just falls a bit flat.
Try as this beautiful home might, I think it's still got tough competition from yesterday's house, which our buyers just can't seem to get out of their minds. We're catching up again in the courtyard garden that they've already seen. It might be considerably smaller than they'd hoped for, but it is perfectly formed.
It is very private here, isn't it?
it is, yeah.
Very practical area because you can use it for entertaining, and those doors open out so you could eat out here as well during the summer and spring months. So a beautiful home. I think we're all in agreement on that.
I think anyone would love it walking in.
Well, let's look at the price, shall we? See if you like that.
I don't think you've gone over budget, so I'm going to say 595.
Mandy,
And I'm going to say £600,000.
asking price is £500,000.
Oh, wow. We're not very good at this.
You're not very good at it in a good way because it is a wonderful home, and I think the owners have reflected in the price that there isn't parking
they're restricted.
and there isn't a garden, because it is a tremendous property, and I can see you're surprised in a really good way.
Can we guess the price again?
No, but you are allowed to have another look around now you know how much it is on the market for.
Great. Okay,
Go
lovely.
on.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
This Cotswolds cottage has surprised us all with its price tag swooping in £100,000 below budget. It's in beautiful decorative order with lots of character, 2 reception rooms and 3 bedrooms. The outside space is on the snug side, but it's private, and the home has a prime position in the heart of a lovely village.
When we walked in, I just fell in love with it. I loved the visual appeal. It's obviously somebody with an incredible eye for detail. The overall feel I got was one of luxury and style.
I think it's a gorgeous, gorgeous house and a gorgeous, gorgeous village, but unfortunately the compromises, particularly the garden, for me, are that just a step too far. This is a house for us together, and we're planning to grow old in it, so we've got to look ahead a bit. It's not a family home that you would then downsize. This is home.
So some Cotswolds charm for you there, and also, you know, this is the first house that you're going to buy together.
Yeah.
You're very united with your views, very in sync.
Yeah, I would say we are really, aren't we? Yeah.
Okay, well, we've still got more to see. Come on.
Okay.
If you want your own slice of the Cotswolds but don't have £600,000 to spend, fear not. This pretty 2-bedroom stone cottage is priced at £350,000. Located in the village of Milton under Wychwood, it's got striking original features that include beams and exposed stone walls. It also benefits from a private cottage garden. But if you're after just a short break to get away from it all, this cosy period property could be just the ticket. Beautifully converted from an old stable block, it's situated in a quiet village in the South Cotswold countryside with fabulous walks right from the doorstep. 3-night stays cost just under £300. So lots to choose from in the Cotswolds, and not just for a house hunting couple. Our final visit is to the village of Cranham. Painting an idyllic Cotswolds picture, the village's stone houses are scattered down the hillside. Locals have a pub and a village hall to bring them together. Classical music lovers will be interested to know that a notable past resident was the British composer Gustav Holst.
So I thought I'd bring you up here to Cranham Common, really for a couple of reasons. First, just take in that splendid vista. The vast majority of it is of special scientific interest, so that you know over the next 10, 20, 30 years, it really isn't going to change.
This is the real Cotswolds.
Yeah, this is absolutely what we want.
I'm going to show you a mystery house, which is literally just over the hill
Oh,
there.
wow.
Yeah.
Great.
Continuing a theme, it's this characterful Cotswold stone house.
Like it.
Like it a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, very appealing.
This is probably going to be the largest property that we've shown you.
Okay.
The reason we picked it, and it's a mystery house, is it is more of a project. You've got a wonderful driveway here, so great access. You've got the garage. You've got so many things that you've asked for. But the one thing that I'm getting a feeling is that you want to put your own stamp on a property. You'd actually like to do it up.
Yep.
This has the potential to do just that.
Exciting.
Let's get in there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
On that note, off we go.
This property is semi-detached and dates back to the 1700s. It was once the village shop with a hayloft above. Since then, it's been extended considerably over the years to create a comfortable and spacious home. We're starting our tour in the large open-plan living and dining room.
You think it dates back to about 300 years?
You can tell. Feels it when you come inside, I think.
Does it? What do you think of the space?
Great.
Great space.
Yeah, fantastic space.
Biggest space we've seen.
Yes, high ceilings. It's got some character with the exposed wall at the back. That used to be sort of like one of the entrances there, and this is where the shop was
All right.
originally.
I'm open-minded. I'd want a project. Something that was perfect probably wouldn't be perfect because somebody else has done it.
Let's take a look at the kitchen.
Between the living room and the kitchen is a bright breakfast room with a conservatory off it.
So the original kitchen was that room there, but the current owner has pushed it back and made this kitchen that she wants to work from. If you remodelled it, it would make a very, very large kitchen.
It would.
Yeah, make a fantastic kitchen. We could make it well.
Yeah,
It's good space.
it's got potential. Yeah.
Good space, isn't it?
Yeah, this could be the most amazing kitchen.
It could.
Why don't you go upstairs? There's quite a few bedrooms for you to meander around, and then when you're ready, I'm going to meet you outside.
Thank you, Nikki.
Go on,
Thank
enjoy.
you. Thank you.
On this floor there's also a small utility room and a cloakroom. Then upstairs, off a long narrow hallway, are 2 bathrooms. And 4 bedrooms. There's one in use as a twin, another as a study, and one has a neighbouring dressing room.
Got storage.
Plenty of storage.
Plenty of storage. Oh, I
We're
wonder
on
if
the
you can go
first
up.
floor, so we obviously...
That must be the
there's a-
garage.
Yeah, we're above the
That's a
garage.
garage and a little
yeah.
balcony. Yeah. Oh, it's unexpected.
It is.
Oh, another balcony.
Garden.
And you've got the backdrop,
Yeah.
but you're not going to see it when you're down there.
That's why they have this lounge up here.
Yeah.
You've got the lounge, you can come out here, summer, have a cup of tea, take in the...
Yeah.
From the balcony, Mandy and David have a bird's eye view of the garden, but there is more to it than they could see from up there.
I just want to highlight, you've got the huge garage at the side of the property, masses of parking at the front. And then when it comes to the garden, it is north-facing. So what do you think about the mystery house? Has it worked its magic on you both?
Possibly not. This garden is a big no-no because it's north-facing and it's not big enough and it doesn't have any outlook at all.
There are so many merits to this property. I take on board your comments. I'm now going to push you, though, on the price to see how you feel about that.
I would put it at £490,000.
OK?
I'll go for £470,000.
Wow. Can I just say, if this house was on the market for £470,000, there'd be people queuing up to buy it to get into this village. Well, not that close. It's actually on the market for £525,000,
Right.
and it has come down quite a bit.
Doesn't really surprise me.
Do you want to take another look around?
Yeah, we will do.
Go
Great.
on then. Thank you.
So it sounds like there'll be no sales in the old village shop, even though it's a substantial £75,000 below budget. It's got lots of potential with a large living space, 4 bedrooms and an upstairs family room. The garden is a blank canvas and all this is in a great village location.
When we actually stood outside the house, I could tell that Mandy loved it because she squeezed my hand. And I wanted to love it because we knew the village.
As I went through downstairs, it was still a possibility for me. I thought, yep, we could do this, we could do that, open this up, open that up. It's a possibility. It was only when we went upstairs that I began to think, perhaps not, perhaps this is possibly too much of a job for us.
As we walked through the house, it just didn't pull at the heartstrings.
All finished?
All done, thank you. I think we've seen enough.
Wonderful, OK. Let's hit the road.
Okay.
The Cotswolds play host to some of the most celebrated events in the equestrian calendar, including the world-famous badminton horse trials, featuring cross-country, jumping and dressage. And to get the lowdown on show jumping, you'd be hard-pressed to find someone better qualified than 2 times Olympic gold medal winner Nick Skelton, along with his champion steed, Big Star. It's no secret that I adore horses, so I couldn't resist the opportunity to visit Nick at his farm in Shellfield Green, just north of the region.
To meet one legend, well, that's impressive, but to meet 2 who thinks I've got food but I haven't is even more impressive. It was on this very horse, wasn't it, that you didn't just win 1 but 2 gold medals?
That's right, yeah.
So how long had the partnership been going on before your first?
Well, we bought Big Star when he was 5. And then when he jumped in London, he was 9. And then when he went to Rio, he was 13. And he's 17 now. This fella, he's
something else.
Yeah, he's something else, really. But he's a 1 in a million, this horse, really. All the horses I've had in my life, I've never seen. I don't think I've seen one as good as him.
So I've got to say, are we able to see the medals? There we go, team gold and individual gold as well. That is quite incredible.
There's not many horses that have, in show jumping, that's won 2 gold medals. You know, he's one of a kind.
Well, Nick's one of a kind too. In the year 2000, he broke his neck in a fall, which saw him out of action for a year and a half. 16 years later, when he picked up his medal in the 2016 Rio Olympics, he was 58, the oldest British Olympic gold medalist in over 100 years.
Time was running out for me, not him. You know, I was getting on a bit, and I think it's, yeah. See? 58 was pushing it a little bit. I didn't think there was another one in me after that, so luckily it came. I think everybody was shining down, or somebody was shining down on me anyway, and yeah, it was great to win.
Nick certainly doesn't do things by halves. He's held the British record for the highest show jump, over 7 foot 7 inches, since he was 21. Both his sons have followed in his equine footsteps. His youngest, Harry, is a champion jockey, and son Dan trains racehorses. The land here is ideal for the horses to train on, and Dan's had over 750 winners at races up and down the country.
Wow, you have an incredible spot up here. But tell me, why racing? Why did you decide not to follow in your father's footsteps?
I wasn't good enough.
Oh, OK.
To be honest with you, once I'd looked down this route, there was no doubt I was going to do anything different.
Nick, how proud are you of the boys going into, you know, a similar industry but making their own way, having their own path?
Well, I'm immensely proud, really, for what they've done in such a short space of time. When I bought this farm years ago, I always had in mind that one day Dan might train on his own.
I know you're up here, what is it, 365 days of the year?
366 in leap years, yeah.
But it's all-consuming, isn't it?
Absolutely. They require feeding, they require all sorts of different husbandry and medical attention sometimes. You've got to be there for them. Which is why when you have success and they go and win or something, it feels magnificent.
Do you think we might be able to see some action?
Absolutely.
Here they come. Wow. Oh, you just hear that power. What sort of speeds are they doing?
They're probably doing 30, 32 mile an hour.
I mean, that is quite steep as well, isn't it?
It rises 45 metres.
Horses definitely run in the Skelton blood. Nick's son Harry has been riding all his life, and he rides for his brother Dan. In 2009, he became the youngest winner of the Irish Grand National, and in 2020, he won the Champion Chase at Cheltenham.
So, Harry, this really is a Skelton family business, isn't it?
Yeah, massively. You know, and it's means a lot more when it is a family, and no, I mean it's great to be part of it.
At what age did you know you wanted to be a jockey rather than a show jumper?
When I was sort of 15, and yeah, it's never really looked back since then.
What's been a career highlight for you?
I've had a lot of good successful days, and I suppose it's hard to pick one out really.
You do seem to have sort of the best facilities
Yeah, we're very lucky to have the facilities we have, and Dad has given us a massive leg up.
He's so proud of you both.
No, I hope he is, and every winner that we can get, hopefully every little winner he can get a bit of a kick out of it. And
I have so much admiration for you. I mean, I'm a happy hacker. That's as far as my riding skills go. But just watching you go up off on the top of the gallops at that speed, and that's a fraction of what you do on the actual races, it is something else to watch. I've got to say thank you so much to the whole Skelton family for giving us an insight into your equestrian world. It is so impressive. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And without further ado, it's decision time for our Gloucestershire house hunt. It's always a delight looking at property here in the Cotswolds. Now, David and Mandy indicated that they were going to go back to our cottage for a second viewing. Do they still feel the same, or do you think anything has changed? Let's find out. It's always exciting trying to find couples a new home, but I think it's even more thrilling when it's the first home that you'll have bought together. And I wonder whether we've achieved our goal.
Definitely.
Definitely, I would say so. Yeah.
I think I'm going to guess which one you like the most, but do you want to say it just in case anything's changed?
Nothing's changed. House number 1.
With a second viewing already lined
Already
up, I
booked.
seem to remember you telling me. What is it about that first cottage that you loved so much?
I think it's got everything we asked for, bar a couple of things. It's just a delightful cottage to look at. It's detached, which we really didn't think we would get. And we just fell in love with it. It's as simple as that, really, isn't it?
Yeah. We said before the perfect house might not be perfect because we wouldn't have anything to do to it. But then when we saw the perfect house, we thought, we don't need to do it.
We'll take it.
We'll certainly be trying to buy it.
Yes, we will be.
Everything will be. We'll be hoping to, definitely.
Oh, well, we'll be keeping everything crossed, obviously. Well, exciting times ahead.
Well, thank you so much, Nikki, for giving us such a lovely, enjoyable week. We've had great fun, so thank you very much.
You're very welcome. It's been our pleasure.
Thank you.
We started off this house hunt with David and Mandy, hoping for a fairy tale ending, and I think we may have found it with that stunning detached cottage. We wish them all the very best with their new lives here in the Cotswolds, and I'll see you again very soon.